we've entered our unit about color, let's do something about it. This project is about creating your own color palettes. So you'll be exploring using a color to express a mood or a feeling and creating color palettes that use the color theory principles. Your project constraints are: you must pick an emotion or a mood, you must pick a color to represent that mood or emotion, and you must find a font that represents this emotion or mood as well. And you'll be using Color Adobe to make your palettes. So the first step you're going to be doing is, obviously, you should look at your project steps. You're going to look through the Emotional Power of Color packet. And this is the one right here. And this has all the information that you should be able to need for starting your project. You're then going to go into your Google Documents for this project, find the actual folder, and it's written right here. It's Creating Color Palettes folder, all right? And then you'll have this document right here about picking your color based off of mood or emotion. So you're using this packet right here to do a little research, find out some information, all right? And then you're gonna be writing in here, why did I pick this color? What does this color represent? What else does this color represent? This color is typically your popular used to brand this kind of things. So you should have already completed this by this point. Here's my little exemplar. I'm just gonna go through it. So I chose love. I thought red represented love. I chose red because it is the color that is associated with passion, desire, and love. Red is exciting, demands attention, and studies show it actually raises the heart rate. Write incomplete sentences. You see I haven't finished right here. I gotta finish writing this, but it must be complete sentences, minimum 3 complete sentences. What else does this color represent? Red represents passion, blood, anger, war, excitement, boldness, danger, and anger. I'm going to make that an actual sentence. Remember, it's good to look at directions. When I say write incomplete sentences, that means write incomplete sentences. This color is typically or popularly used to brand what kinds of things? Red is properly used for food, tech, auto, or agricultural products. All right, so now that I finished, now I'm ready to watch this tutorial right now. I want to download the template and pick my font. Your template is right here. It's called Your Name Color Palettes, and it looks like this. All right, you'll see this is my project exemplar, and what you do is you write your emotion or your mood, and then you write the color. You make it that color, and you pick your font, and you put it right here. And again, remember, this is really important. We're going to be working with hex colors. And hex colors are the color the computer used to compute what that color actually is. All right, and we're going to be making 6 different palettes. This color is going to be your base color, and that's the one that's right here in the middle for each one. So you're going to be putting your base color here with the 6-letter hex code. All right, so now that I know what I'm going to be doing, I know that love, and this is I'm going to just show you an example. If I was ready to get started, I'd say love is red. Let's pretend that says red. All right, and I need to pick my font. So I've actually already picked my font. My font is Euphoria Script. And you can change the size of this. I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger to fit into the area. So now that you've done this, now you actually have to pick your base color. So now you can either go into the swatches, or you can actually start working using the color wheel. And here you can start going in. This again is your base color. You can go in and you can pick your color here, or you can pick your color here. So now I've already picked my color. It's right here, ED1C24, and that's what I'm going to be putting right here at the base. So this is where I can make all my palettes off of. So when in my actual document here, I'm going to put that right here. And then notice what I'm doing. I'm selecting the box, I'm double clicking on the foreground color, and I'm using that right here, pasting it in, pressing return, and now that's filled. You also want to make the love is red that color as well. Again, you just paste it right here where it says, look, there's the little hash mark. Love is red. So that's how you do the top part. So Again, your base color, you can find it here in the swatches, you can pick it here in Adobe Color. It's really up to you. But once you do find that base color, because again, there's so many variations of red and blue and yellow, that's what you're gonna be working on. That's gonna be what's right here in the middle. Now you'll notice here, there's lots of options. These are what you're going to be using to actually create your color palettes. You're gonna be doing 6 palettes. First, you're gonna do complementary colors. And these are the colors that sit across from each other on the wheel and can be used to exaggerate contrast. So if I go here, I see, oh, complementary colors. And you'll see, oh, look, they sit directly across from each other on the wheel. So when you're going through, you're gonna copy the hex number. I'm gonna go in here. I'm going to paste the hex number. Then I'm going to select my box, change the foreground color, and so on. You can set the base color for all of these at the first thing you do. So this could be the first thing you do is just you set your base color for all of your different palettes. And so on and so on and so on. So when I'm going through, again, complementary, I would go through and I'd grab the hex number for each one of these and I'd arrange it here. So this one is the one right next to my base color. I copy the hex number. I go in, I paste the hex number. I use the direct selection tool, and then I select the box and I change the color. And I go this from so on to so forth. After I finish complementary colors, I move on to analogous colors. And this is a pairing of one color with 2 colors on either side of the color wheel. So I go over here, I go analogous. Oh, look at that. You can perfectly see what it's representing here. And again, what I'm going to be going through is I'm going to getting the hex colors and I'm going to be filling in the number / letter code and also filling the box in with that code. After analogous, I'll have triad. And triad, this pairs 3 colors together that are situated 120 degrees from each other on the color wheel. And you can see that right here. Next, you move on to compound colors, and this is a variation of the complementary color scheme. It uses the 2 analogous colors adjacent to its complement. So if I go in here and I change this to compound, now I sort of see what they're talking about. And again, I would go through, I'd copy, and I'd fill in my color palette. After that is monochromatic colors, and this is colors that are tints, tones, and shades of a single hue. So your single hue is your base, and then you're going to change it to monochromatic, and there you go. You have a monochromatic color palette. The last one is the custom color palette, and this is where you're going to create your own color palette. So again, make sure that this is your base color. And here, you can go into the different ones here, and you can go into custom right at the bottom. So whatever you choose last will be the base of your custom one. So then you go into custom, and here you can decide, oh, I really liked this color from here. I'm going to set it here. Or you can just like play around with going to a different color and sort of changing what that one looks like. All right. So this is the custom one. This is the one I want you to really play around with that really represents your emotion / mood. When you're all done, it's going to look like this. And you can see mine's all filled out. Just like always, File, Export. You want to make sure it's a JPEG, and you want to select Use Artboards and click Export. So that's what you're going to be doing. And this is all about discovering the power of color by creating your own color palettes. So this is all about exploring color and experiment to color. And I also encourage you to go into the Explore area to see different palettes that other people have come up with. Color is a fundamental part of graphic design, and it's very important to start getting an understanding of how to actually use color in your designs.